Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Posh fam, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing? Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're new here, thank you. As usual, like, comment, and share. And for my existing Posh fam ride or diers, thank you for staying on. I do appreciate your show of support. Again, as always, like I say every time, like, comment, and share this channel with your friends. We are 297 strong. Let's try and get it to 300 so we know we are looking at a potential 400 count. Again, thank you so much, guys. With that said, let's get into the commentary. That was episode 10 of the Potomac Housewives. Now, when it comes to the drama side of things, there really wasn't much to deliver in this particular episode. The central theme for this episode was around mothers, and we see Candice actually in partnership with a perfume company hosting all mothers and their moms for a lunch dinner / event. We're going to get to that particular event. First things first, let me just give you a few summary of how the episode went. Now, Karen has got a tattoo, guys. Episode kicks in. 60 is literally tripling for Karen. I am not sure why she has decided to put an ink on her body, but she is doing it in commemoration to her, I think, mom. I'm not sure if it's a mom or I think it's a mom, Georgia or Gram something. And Raven, her daughter, is going to be having a tattoo and sharing this moment with her. And we see them at the tattoo parlor place, and she got inked with a tiny G spot. Okay, no pun intended, guys. Yeah, in this particular tattoo parlor date, they talked about having a sit down with Giselle and her daughter in order for Raven to, you know, pass on a little bit of word of advice for a new sophomore. Is that what it's called in America? Is that what it's called? Freshman year for Grace, Giselle's daughter. She is going to Florida University, if I'm not mistaken. And Raven, who is now like a rookie, who's no longer a rookie, who is now an old-timer, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be ushering some words of advice for the newbie. And key in Giselle meeting up with Karen and her daughter, and it was a good moment. They talked about how they met, and I think for some reason the relationship between Karen and Giselle is now blossoming. They were at each other's throat for the longest, and I am glad to see that these two matured women have decided that they're going to bury the hatchet and just, you know, show or lead by examples. They're leaders here in this group. They are, should I say, the anchor, and it's only best and should I say wise if they lead by example in promoting healthy friendship. And it kind of tells you relationship that have, should I say, stood the test of time pre-Potomac and now as it continues. So it appears as, I mean, it's clear as day. Giselle and Karen have got a history, and the fact that they had a fallout did not, of course, put a dent in the interim. It wasn't something that would break the years they have known each other, and so it's good to see. Raven gave a few advice to Grace. Grace seems ready to go. She is just worried about the emotions, you know, about leaving her mom. It's a big deal, you know, you're leaving your family. This is all you have known for your whole life, and now trying to walk on uncharted territory. It's quite daunting, and I can understand why Grace feels the way she's feeling. And I do hope and I wish the best for her, and I hope, you know, the whole thing here is finding the right mix of people to guide you, and your association is going to make or break, essentially. And you just need to, you only have one shot to make it count. And for the sake of Giselle, I hope her daughter does well as she goes to Florida University. Now, this particular conversation then progressed to Candice now is hosting a particular, I think this particular episode was shot around May last year, if I'm not mistaken, which coincides with the Mother Day celebrations in the secular calendar. So it does look like Candice went with that team to celebrate or commemorate Mother's Day. And so we saw her having the conversation and planning the event with this particular lady who is in partnership with a French perfumery. And honestly speaking, she outdid herself here. She had sent out a few invites. The conversation with her mom and this particular lady was about the guests that were going to be invited. She's obviously clearly not inviting Giselle, and I am sure this is where she went wrong with her decision. I'm going to tell you why. She didn't invite Giselle. She invited Ashley and her mom. She invited Wendy, of course. She invited Neka. Neka is not going to be able to come with her mom. Rather, she's going to be coming with her elder sister, Judeka. So, and when she was asked why you're not inviting Robyn, she was like, well, she's contemplating inviting Robyn, which she did eventually send out an invite. And I'm not sure if Candice is on one or she's trying to feign ignorance here. You know, Giselle and Robyn are two peas in a pod, right? You not inviting Giselle is an automatically absence or a good reason for Robyn not to show up. Now, let's not even go with that particular scenario. You have an unresolved issues with Robyn, and you guys haven't had a conversation yet. This is following all of the craziness that went down with the Austin trip. There has been no resolution, and here you are trying to send an invite to Robyn without seemingly resolving or finding a common ground or having an understanding of where you guys are at when it comes to your situation. I find that quite amusing, and I already knew the answer even before you sent out the text message. It was going to be a no. Robyn, on the other hand, this is the second time I've seen One on TV. I think One's mission basically is to pretty much humiliate Robyn, and Robyn is none the wiser, or she's choosing to ignore all of this red flags. She took her kids out for physio, to a chiropractor or something, and there One obviously came along. It's a family date, and they were having conversations about Clarice's invite. Robyn and One felt it was a good gesture and felt Robyn should have honored it, or Robyn should consider honoring it. And Robyn was still thinking or deciding. We all know she wasn't going to go, that's for sure. Giselle wasn't invited, there's no way. And the next thing, she's trying to get One to talk about his job search situation. One didn't really want to talk about it, and the next thing she wanted to talk about One and her having quality time. To this point, One fell asleep. Now, I'm pretty sure we only saw 2 seconds of this particular entire day, but to say the least, One could have actually been respectful. This is on camera. Now, I don't know, is he doing it on purpose, or he really doesn't really care? Because in this case, it is what it looks like to us, the viewers, if I would say this. Now, let's just get into the event properly. We saw Clarice. Clarice was invited. Mia was invited. Wendy was a no-show. And guys, are we surprised? Absolutely not. We saw Candice and Neka having a bosom, a blossoming relationship. They are now trying to be homebuds. And I'm pretty sure Candice would have informed Wendy about the lunch date, and Wendy's gonna not want to be there. That's one reason. Also, the fact that Neka is gonna be there with her mom, of course, Wendy didn't know she was gonna be there with her sister, was another indication that Wendy wasn't gonna bring her mom to this to be embarrassed in this light. And so I respect Wendy's decision for not attending the event or not honoring the invite. Neka, on the other hand, introduced us to her sister Njideka and talked about a little bit about her family. This is the first time she's airing or sharing anything about herself. Her dad similarly came from nothing and grew up to become something in America, and it's a grass to grace story. I admire the come up story. Her elder sister is also doing well for herself. She's got 3 kids and she looks really good, and I guess they are in Potomac planning or trying to get decorations or interior decorations and sort of things going for Nneka's new home. So that particular conversation went smoothly, and yeah, we could see Nneka trying to find out why Wendy was a no-show to Candice's event, and Candice obviously said she has a prior engagement with her book launch, and so coincide with her event, and one was only going to give, and Wendy decided her book launch was more important. Good on you, Wendy. Ashley came with her mom, which was quite surprising because I didn't think Candice and Ashley are in a good place, but I guess the wind does blow in favorable situations, and so it favored Ashley and her mom on this particular occasion. Mia and we see Mia and Clarice talking about Jacqueline, Mia's best friend. For some reason, I think Jacqueline is hung up on Mia and their relationship breakdown in prior seasons, and Clarice is not sure why Jacqueline was oversharing to her about the demise or the dynamics at play when it comes to the relationship. According to Clarice, the overshare meant Nneka was fed too much information, like giving too much information that she didn't really need to know. And Nneka, agreed and said she had so much information that she was shocked that her tab wasn't paid for the inconvenience of getting to be involved in a situation that she has got no iota about. Well, Nneka, you know you don't have a storyline, so this is quite an opportunity for you to hear someone else's story, and so you can also chime in and give your 2 cents. We all know what Chinese whisper does to people. So it was quite interesting to see how that played out. Mia, on the other hand, wasn't willing to address the situation, and it does look like we're going to be addressing this in subsequent episode. I'm looking forward to the dynamics. Jacqueline, I don't know if she's here in this particular season, but again, we're going to be talking about Jacqueline. And so Karen came. Now, you know how Karen is a businesswoman, so she could not help herself but definitely plug her perfume business. I'm going to even help Karen. Karen has got a perfume business. She's been in the business for 5 years now, recently launched at Bloomingdale's, and so she told the group, and it was quite tardy for the party, given the fact that there is a perfumery sort of sponsored this particular women's celebration. Why would you do that to your friend? Well, in the same vein of launching or promoting her perfumery, guys, my phone overheated, and I am not sure where I stopped in my previous conversation. So I'm just going to pretend like half of a chunk of what I recorded isn't on here. Guess what, guys? This is Australia. iPhone should make an iPhone that is conducive to our summer. It is hot here. Why should I suffer the consequences of the extreme weather conditions we have in Australia by having my phone turn off on an temperature emergency feature? I don't really like this. Okay, I don't try to save my phone, just fix it. Anyway, rant over. I'm not sure where I stopped, but I can say this: Karen is planning a trip to Surrey Hills to promote her tourism business. As you know, she's from Surrey Hills. She got a land from her family or a house that she wants to promote and use as a hotel. I'm not sure about this particular situation, but I do know that she is not taking all the women we have. For her, it is a business risk, and she does not want these women and their drama to affect or impact or impede her mogul chasing. And so she said to this woman, I'm going to draw a card, I'm going to draw a string, put your name in there, whoever I picks comes on this trip. Her excuse: I can't afford the insurance, my insurance cannot cover this. I just can't. You guys are in a franchise. I am sure Bravo pays for this trip, and I am sure you guys are insured under Bravo. So what are you on about, Karen? Anyways, Karen's rules: not everyone is coming. You'll be lucky to get an invite if you don't draw the right paper. I think Mia doesn't understand why I myself don't, but safe to say, I can tell you for a fact, Karen is just worried. The group dynamics is really off, and she does not want to spread any of that negativity as she is trying to promote her tourism business. And I am all for money making, and anybody that's trying to prevent you from making your money, cut them off. Do not agree for them. No agree for them. That's a Nigerian slang this particular year. And so this particular conversation then progressed to Candice and Robyn having a meet. Now, when Robyn denied or disinvited or rejected Candice's invite, she did say we need to sit down and have a chat, which I kind of agree. And this chat happened at Lily's, some beautiful place. I love their savory meal, by the way. And it was odd because when Robyn got there, she saw Candice sitting down, did not even acknowledge this chick, and reluctantly acknowledged her, and they went straight in. Candice wanted to know what it would take to get their relationship back on track, and Robyn is like, you are clueless for days. How can you not tell? You vilified me in the media, print media, social media, all the medias, mobile media, and here you are telling me of feigning ignorance. I will never forgive that. I am not going to forgive that. She, in fact, this is where Bravo needs to actually come in. She said she doesn't give 2 cents about Bravo, that she is going to protect her man no matter the cost. Now, you want a reality show, so I don't know how this works. You signed a contract to share your life. Now, so is there a caveat for you? Did you preferentially state my man is off limits to the producers? I don't know. And this is where she categorically stated, I don't care. My husband and my marriage is numero uno. Everything else comes a close fifth. And so if anything that happened in my relationship that wasn't aired prior to when it was, or at the time it happened, will not be newsworthy. However, everyone else is fair game. So I can talk about situation that happened to your marriage, like the Wendy situation that happened from the blogs. I can talk about it 5 years after the fact, because it's not about me. But once it's about me, we're not talking about it. And I choose what I'm going to share. And nobody's going to make me share what I don't want to share. In fact, you're not going to ruin my marriage. Robyn, I hate to break it to you, but your marriage is dingling. But please, don't take it from me. You can't be taking this kind of advice from me. I am grumpy and miserable, okay? And there was no resolution. Candice did come to, in Candice's defense, Candice said, you also talked about my husband and my marriage and you supported Giselle. But I would say this, Robyn was on the fence when that conversation happened about Chris and all the DMing and all the private conversation in the dressing room and what did not happen. Robyn was on the fence. She did not support, or she didn't really support Giselle, but she did not speak against Giselle. So I think that was the gray area there. And there was no resolution, guys. I would say this. There was no resolution to this particular conversation. They both walked out of there angrier than they came in. So it's safe to say the relationship is, according to Robyn, killed. She said the relationship is killed. And now, I don't know where Robyn reads her books from, but you could have just said, the relationship is over. Like, it's irretrievably broken, not killed. But good old Robyn. And this is where it ends, guys. We're going to come in on episode 11 to find out more. Like I said, I will come here and try and run this commentary as best as I can. Candice is struggling to keep her friendship. Robyn, on the other hand, doesn't really care about the franchise anymore. She is all for one and her relationship. She is, in fact, I can't even, the world is against her, and she is happy to be on an island all by herself with her man. And so I'm saying, maybe this is your last season. I don't know, but it remains to be seen, guys. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Stay safe and be focused. Bye. Say what you want.